Big bag bustin' up the belly band, take a rubber, let's see I can brought it back, no how, give it up. Hey everybody, it's me Taylor and welcome back to Tab, and today I'm ranking used to be born. Honestly, I feel like this is a pretty popular Gen Z conversational topic. I don't know if you've ever seen those TikToks or whatever where they're like,
oh, you were born in 2007, die.
I mean, that's not my words, it's very exaggerated, but it's stuff like that. This video was definitely based on my ranking the years of the 2010s video. That video actually did surprisingly well for my channel.
Oh my god, a celebrity.
Now that one was pretty light because I actually like all the years in the 2010s, but I don't like all the years that are in this list. Ranking the years to be born in. Template picture is age is not just a number, because it's not, okay, I'm sorry, but if you were born in 2008, I'm gonna judge you. Guys, I just want to quickly say, all these rankings are obviously a complete joke, all this is satirical, I'm not being serious in any of this. Again, don't take it seriously, it's all lighthearted. Alright, so we've got some great categories. I mean, Chef's Kiss, not bad years, solid years, sure, what is this? And then we've just got the gross category. I mean, we're gonna see what that is soon. Anyways, if any of your birth years are in here, sorry. Let's start with a good one. Right, we're gonna start with 1997. Great year to be born in. Chef's Kiss.
I mean, it's just great.
You were a kid during the 2000s. I feel like the 2000s was such a fun decade to be a kid in. You had all the good Nickelodeon Disney shows. You guys had the bad fashion, you had it all. And then let's say you want to be a famous influencer vlogger when you get into high school. You graduate class of 2015. Influencers and YouTubers were still a big thing then.
How old would you be now? You'd be old now.
But it's who wants to be young during the pandemic, How old are you, 24? Oh, that's pretty old. But again, we're in the pandemic. Who wants to be young now? Alright, next year. I just saw 2010. Bro, if you were born in 2010. Alright, we're gonna go to the 2005 kids. They're not bad. I feel like they're still pretty young. They're 2005, but they know their place. I don't think they act like they're 27. 2004 kids on the other hand, freaking hate them. Sorry. Right, I'm a 2004 kid. I'm allowed to say this. I think we're so annoying. We're the most annoying year. We're pretty young, right? But we are not part of the 1998 to 2003 club. We don't fit in.
I swear to God, I know it's a year.
It doesn't have any meaning and this is all made up in my head. But I swear something happened between 2003 and 2004. Something happened there. I just feel 2004 kids were born right at the technology peak. And I think we just missed out on really being a kid in the 2000s. For example, when I was 6 years old, right, I would steal my mum's iPhone 3G and play Nightclub Story. When my sister, who was born in 2001, just 3 years before me, when she was 6 years old, iPhones didn't exist. And I think that's a big thing. We were just there, when we sort of became old enough to grasp the idea of technology.
We were just at the forefront of everything revolutionizing and changing.
But I just feel 2004 kids think they're so old. We're not. What? My childhood was in 2012. I should have been 15 by then. 2003 kids. Yeah, I feel they're really different, and I'm allowed to say this. So I have one class and it's a mix of 11th and 12th graders, and so I'm an 11th grader, 2004 kids, and then the 12th grader kids, or most of them were born in 2003, right?
And they feel so much older.
And look, obviously we're still the same, it's a 1 year difference. This is me going, this is what I do in my head, this is what I talk to myself in my head about for hours. 2000's another good year. 2000's a good year, man. You don't seem old when you talk to little kids and they're oh, what year were you born? Oh, I was born in 2000. You're not saying, oh, I was born in 1997.
That sounds old, right?
But if you say 2000, it's oh, you're not part of the old club. You're not part of the 1999s. 2000 and 1999. Those are different years, man. That just sounds so old. 1993, bro. Oh. Millennials, that's a bit too old. As a Gen Z child, I cannot comprehend anybody being older than 26.
And that's pretty old.
It's okay. No, if you grew up in the 90s, yeah, no. I guess it would sort of be a fun era. You would have MySpace and Scene era, Jersey Shore, but is that who you really want to be though?
2010!
So I think anybody born after 2010 is part of the alpha generation, which is way too cool of a name for what they are.
They literally just sit on their iPads all day.
But then again, look, I can't even complain that much about sort of the new generation, because the Gen Z kids, we're all about complaining oh, little kids on their iPads these days, that's all they do.
But when I think about being 8 years old, yeah, I was on the iPad all the time.
I got Instagram at 8 years old.
I can't hate them that much. They're also children, and what, like the oldest, Alpha generation kids are literally 10 years old.
We can't hate them just yet.
If you're born in 2007, stop being born in that year. They were 3 in 2010, bro. Like, would they even remember, like, 2012? Like, I know I was a kid in 2012, but that's still my favorite year, man. I'm sorry, if you're watching this video and you were born in 2007...
But it's not your fault, so it's okay.
Guys, again, I hope I didn't offend anybody in this list. It's all a joke, don't worry.
Look, honestly, I really can't complain too much about being born in 2004, because, if I was born in 1997... which would have been the dream. When we have like children or grandchildren looking back, like they're gonna see the date 1997 and they're gonna think that's like, the 18th century. Like, obviously we're gonna be old eventually, but I don't think we'd ever be considered as like,
Oh, they're like those old millennials,
we'll be like, they're like Gen Z. Guys, what do you think of my years to be born? I mean, I feel like a lot of people are also gonna disagree with me. I'm sorry that I had to make this video, but I've just been thinking about it a lot. Go out and embarrass yourself.